Space fact number 1. Imagine a star, once massive and fiery, collapsing in on itself after a supernova explosion, but instead of disappearing, it shrinks into something smaller than a city. This is a neutron star, one of the densest, most extreme objects in the universe. Now here's the part that'll blow your mind: some of these stars spin 700 times per second. That's faster than the blades of a kitchen blender. They're called millisecond pulsars, and they're like cosmic lighthouses, beaming powerful radio waves in perfect rhythm, like the ticking of a galactic clock. How is that even possible? When a massive star collapses, it keeps its angular momentum. But since it's now ultra-small, like 20 kilometers across, its rotation speeds up a lot. It's like an ice skater pulling in their arms. But the surprises don't stop at speed. Neutron stars aren't just spinning, they're magnetic monsters. Some neutron stars, called magnetars, have magnetic fields over 1 trillion times stronger than Earth's. That's so powerful it could erase your credit card from halfway to the moon. These invisible magnetic forces twist and crack the star's crust, releasing sudden bursts of energy, sometimes more powerful than anything our sun will release in its entire lifetime. And if that wasn't wild enough, a single teaspoon of neutron star material would weigh over 1 billion tons. That's heavier than Mount Everest. In the time it took you to hear this sentence, some neutron stars have already spun hundreds of times. Quiet, invisible, and mind-bendingly fast. Space fact number 2. The moon feels close. You can see it with your eyes, right there in the night sky. But how far is it, really? On average, the moon is about 384,000 kilometers away from Earth. That's roughly 30 Earths lined up back to back. But here's a mind-blowing comparison: you could fit every planet in the solar system, lined up in a row, between Earth and the moon. Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, even with Jupiter's enormous size, they all fit comfortably within that gap. In fact, when you add up the diameters of all the planets, there's still a little extra space left over. It's one of those facts that shows how vast space really is, even in our own cosmic neighborhood. So the next time you look up at the moon and think it's close, just imagine an entire lineup of planets silently floating in between. Space fact number 3. Right now, as you're watching this video, there's a spaceship flying around Earth at 28,000 kilometers per hour. And it's not science fiction. It's the International Space Station. The ISS orbits Earth every 90 minutes. That's about 16 orbits every single day. Why so fast? Because it's racing around Earth in low Earth orbit, roughly 400 kilometers above our heads. At that altitude, if it slowed down, gravity would pull it straight back down. For astronauts on board, this speed leads to something incredible: they see 16 sunrises and 16 sunsets every 24 hours. Imagine eating breakfast while watching a sunrise, and then watching another sunrise less than 2 hours later. The ISS isn't just orbiting for fun. It's a microgravity laboratory where scientists study everything from how the human body ages in space to how materials behave in zero gravity. It's a stepping stone for future missions, to the moon, and maybe one day, Mars. So next time you look up at the night sky, remember. Every 90 minutes, humanity's most advanced laboratory is quietly racing overhead, helping us prepare for the future of space exploration. Space fact number 4. Here's something that sounds completely backwards: Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun, but it's not the hottest. That title belongs to Venus. Mercury is scorched by the Sun during the day, temperatures can reach 430 degrees Celsius 800 degrees Fahrenheit. But at night, it plummets to minus 180 degrees Celsius minus 290 degrees Fahrenheit. Why? Because Mercury has almost no atmosphere. Without air to trap heat, it escapes back into space as soon as the sun sets. Now Venus. Venus is wrapped in a thick blanket of atmosphere, over 90 times denser than Earth's. Its clouds are made of carbon dioxide and sulfuric acid, perfect for trapping heat. Sunlight gets in, but the heat can't escape. This is called the greenhouse effect, but on Venus, it's extreme. Result? Venus stays at a blistering 475 degrees Celsius 900 degrees Fahrenheit, hotter than Mercury, all the time, even at night. Venus teaches us something scary about climate. Atmosphere matters. A lot. Without one, you freeze at night. With too much of the wrong kind, you cook, forever. So the next time you hear Mercury's the closest to the sun, remember, distance isn't everything. Atmosphere decides. Space fact number 5. Space is big, like, unimaginably big. But just how far is the nearest star to Earth, other than the Sun? And how long would it take us to get there? The closest star system to us is Alpha Centauri, and within it lies Proxima Centauri, just 4.24 light-years away. Sounds close, right? Well, a light-year is about 9.5 trillion kilometers, and Proxima Centauri is over 40 trillion kilometers from Earth. If you flew there in a commercial jet, it would take about 5 million years. Even with the fastest spacecraft we've ever built, like Voyager 1, which travels at about 62,000 kilometers per hour, it would still take over 70,000 years. There are ideas, like Breakthrough Starshot, a concept that uses light-powered laser sails to push tiny probes at 20% the speed of light. That could reach Proxima in just 20 years. So for now, the stars remain out of reach. But with enough ambition and innovation, our nearest neighbor might just be a few decades away. Learn something new? Tap that like button. Share this with a friend who loves space exploration.